That was a scream. Some of you may be thinking, that was extra. Nevertheless, it got your attention. That's the point of this video. I'm going to guide you through writing your own introduction. My name is Ty, and before you can write your own incredible intro, we're going to break down what makes a great introduction. What does this word scream make you think of? Maybe running from someone, maybe shock or surprise. The introduction I'm going to share with you is from a website many of you writers are most likely familiar with, Wattpad. Believe it or not, this intro was actually written by a teenager who goes by the name of Karate Chop. I want to discuss the introduction of her book, Infected. The title of the first chapter is called Adrenaline, Screams. Screams fill my dream. Horrible, painful cries ring through the air, sounding far away, yet close enough to make my skin crawl. I can't tell where they are coming from, but they seem to be getting closer and closer until one pierces my ears, startling me awake. This is an example of an author using one word as a paragraph. A writer will do this for a lot of reasons: to grab your attention, to emphasize a point, or even as a clue or a moment of surprise. This author is able to do all three with a single word: screams. When you are ready to write the introduction for your blog posts, websites, or even bios, you should begin with the end in mind. What do you want to say? What's the point? If you can determine it quickly, then you won't waste 20 minutes just sitting there and trying to get started, typing and deleting, or even just staring at a blank screen. The goal of Karate Chop's intro was to capture and keep your attention while building suspense in her horror story. Again, what do you want to say? That's the key to getting started. Next is to write your hook. That's the one sentence that grabs the reader's attention. Your hook must be clear and concise, or short and sweet. Think of your hook as clickbait. You want the reader to be unable to pull his eyes away from the screen. So here are some examples of great hooks. In a hole in a ground, there lived a hobbit, by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now let's continue by breaking down Karate Chop's intro. Screams fill my dream. That sentence right there is relatable. People will continue to read what they can relate to. The next line: horrible, painful cries ring through the air, sounding far away, yet close enough to make my skin crawl. That sentence uses imagery. She writes in a way that allows you to see it in your mind, as if you're watching a movie. I can't tell where they're coming from, but they seem to be getting closer and closer until one pierces my ears, startling me awake. That sentence uses suspense. The idea of screams getting closer and closer should make you feel tense, afraid, aware, or on alert. Her first two paragraphs leave you wanting more. Why are there screams to begin with? Who exactly is screaming? Why are the screams getting closer? What's going to happen after she wakes up? These are all things that you ask yourself as you read her introduction. You know how in math you can check your work? Well, a great author can check her introduction by asking herself, did I get 3 yeses or agreements in the first 30 seconds of reading? It starts with the title. For example, the title of the chapter is Adrenaline. This might encourage you to continue reading. That's 1 yes. Later, the one-word powerful paragraph, or clickbait, screams, that gives you a second yes. That leaves you feeling like, I want more. The final yes is startling me awake. Most people can relate to being startled awake. That's 3 yeses in 30 seconds. Then this introduction checks all the boxes. And now that you know how to write an incredible introduction, I hope that you tackle this task fearlessly, get it done, get out there, get writing, and don't give up.